Okay, boys and girls, so today we got some information on the new craftable weapons for Inazuma, and they look really interesting. There's some ones that look kind of disappointing. There's some other ones that look really, really good. So I'm very excited to talk about a couple of them. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into it and talk about the new craftable weapons and talk about if they are worth making or not. All right, so MiHoYo finally posted this, and I checked these all before recording these last night. Essentially, this whole thing is exactly the same as in the video. I fact-checked all the weapons. We have a bunch of new craftable weapons that we'll be going over in this video. I'm just using the Honey Hunter stuff as a backdrop, but all the information is absolutely correct. There's no difference. Oh, before that, I want to talk about something real quick. I heard some complaints about 2.0, that people were upset that MiHoYo did not address the resin issue. Well, if you're out of resin, you should check out this game. Raid Shadow Legends! Raid Shadow Legends is a fun, fast-paced RPG with lots of champions to choose from and factions with tons of lore, just like this. The Banner of the Lords are one of the few completely human factors in Teleria. With armor and weapons and designs based on feudal knights in medieval Europe, they were founding members of the Alliance and the Sacred Order. High elves, barbarians to push back the forces of evil, but that was a long time ago. When we meet them, they've seriously lost their way. They've just launched a war against the old allies of the High Elves, and the rumor is that they had once their goods of King Tibia has come under the influence of a growing shadow. Is this true? Is there something more sinister at work here? It's your job to find out in Chapter 1 of the campaign. There's a Dungeon Divers event and a Champion Training event starting now, but make sure not to miss them. I really dig the way they designed characters like Minaya this month. They had a "What does the fox say?" Senor Buckethead, and this one's just cool. If you want to get a huge head start on Raid, all you have to do is click the link or scan my QR code, and you'll get an epic hero, Chonaru, who's amazing in the Doom Tower. You get 200,000 silver, an extra XP boost, an energy refill, and Ancient Shard, so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in the game. All this treasure will be waiting for you here. Once you're in, you can find me in game under the name Sekapoko, because, you know, I use the name everywhere. And if you're fast, you can join my clan. And it's that easy. Just click the link in the description below, and I'll see you in game. Thanks again, Raid, for sponsoring this video. Okay. So the first weapon on the list for the new craftable weapons is going to be called the Amona Kagetuta Blade. This weapon, after cast, is going to be an attack-based weapon. So it's an attack percentage weapon. It's going to have a 41 base attack, so it's going to go up to 454, kind of like the sacrificial sword, and cap out at 55% attack percentage. So the sword is already looking kind of sus because low base attack weapons with attack percentage main stat are very weak historically. So let's go check this one out. And they get weak because attack percentage is much better on weapons with higher base attack, and additional attack percentage modifiers that come after that will be much bigger. So usually low base attack weapons like this are very bad with attack percentage. So let's give it a great assault and see what it goes. After casting an elemental skill, gain 1 succession seed. This effect can be triggered up once every 5 seconds, and this succession seed will last up to 30 seconds. And Sekapoko needs to pause alerts while doing YouTube video. I don't know why this happens every time, but it happens every single time, right? The succession seed lasts up to 30 seconds. Up to 3 succession seeds may exist simultaneously. After using an elemental burst, all succession seeds are consumed after 2 seconds, and the character regenerates 6 energy for each seed consumed. That was very confusing. Okay, you use an elemental skill every 5 seconds. After you use an elemental burst, you gain energy back for every seed you have. So you can get up to 18 energy. It seems kind of like a Bennett weapon, so it doesn't make it so that you need energy recharge for Bennett a little bit more. So you like pop your elemental burst, then you don't need energy back. I don't know who would use this weapon. Kaya already has an energy recharge main stat, so this seems kind of redundant for Kaya. Albedo's not going to use this because he doesn't need to get his ultimate back up more often. Geo Traveler, maybe to get his ultimate up more often, potentially. I think his cooldown's low enough for that. Animo Traveler, you can just build Viridescent set and you're usually fine, and I don't think you'll need it. Electro Traveler, maybe there's some reason to use this weapon for Electro Traveler that I'm not seeing. When you scale this all up, at max refine, you get 12 energy back, and it doesn't change the cooldown modifiers of anything. So if you had refined 5 of this weapon, after popping an elemental burst on an 80 energy cost character, you could potentially, if you had, say, 200% energy recharge, you could potentially get 72 energy back after popping your elemental burst. So that's a lot of freaking energy. So you pop 3 elemental skills, right? Every 5 seconds. Not really good for Bennett, but like anything that's every 5 seconds. You can then, after that time duration, get 72 energy back with 200% energy recharge. That's a lot of freaking energy. So this is going to be really good for somebody who's on an 80 energy cost that you just want to get their ulti back up really fast. But thinking about the 80 energy cost ultis is 80 energy cost ultis are typically going to be really difficult to maintain because they're usually on a 20-second cooldown. So unless there's some way to lower the cooldown with, you know, like the Thundering Fury set, I don't know if that's gonna be good. And I don't know if does Thundering Fury lower the cooldown of ultimate or just the skills? Thundering Fury, does it do it of ultimate or skills? Elemental skill only. Damn. Maybe there's a reason to use this. Maybe there's some cooldown characters coming out in the future. Don't know, but it doesn't seem that good for current characters in the game. All right, next up we got the bow. This one's called the Demon Slayer bow. It's going to increase, it's going to be an low base attack with 41 base attack with high attack percentage. Again, same stats as before, 454 base attack and 55% attack percentage. It's going to be an increased normal attack damage bow and charge attack damage bow. But as we talked about earlier, low base attack bows are really, really suspect when it comes to this kind of stuff. But it's going to have 16% normal attack and 12% charge attack bonus, which means it's probably 32 and 24 respectively at max. And when equipping this, when you actually have your ultimate fully charged, as you have your ultimate all the way up, it's gonna double this effect. Now the new set bonus for Yoimiya makes this weapon kind of interesting, but you're definitely gonna need some energy recharge to utilize this weapon effectively. For Ganyu, if you're shotgunning her ultimate and just holding onto it, 24% charge attack boosts up to 48% charge attack damage, which is a pretty significant bump in charge attack. And it might actually be better than the prototype Crescent as far as damage goes. I have 5 prototype bows. Probably have to wait a couple weeks because they have Mystic Enhanced and Aura, but I can check it out before Yoimiya gets here, sure. So at max refined, as I saw earlier, 32% normal and 24% charge attack. For Amber, this looks interesting because you typically don't use Amber's ultimate, and I was actually kind of interested in building this on my free-to-play account for my Amber, and I think I will build this out on free-to-play for Amber to test out because I don't know how good Amber scales with this, and I will test this for Amber on free-to-play because I think this weapon will be better than the Sharpshooter's Oath. Not quite sure about that because the Sharpshooter's Oath is a crit damage weapon, and it's gonna improve damage in its weak points by pretty much the same value, and this is attack percentage, so it's probably not better than that weapon, but I guess we could test it because of 55% attack, maybe, sorta, if you have 200% crit damage already. Next up, we got the Catalyst, which is called the White Dragon's Ring. It is an energy recharge weapon with high base attack. It's got 44 base attack, so it caps out at 565 and has 30.6% energy recharge. After a character equipped with this weapon triggers an electro elemental reaction. Bro, why is it gotta be electro? Can it be any elemental reaction? Why is it gotta be electro? All right. Nearby party members gain elemental type damage involved in the elemental reaction. Wait, what? Wait. I take that back. Lisa support OP. Hello? Yeah? Wait, Lisa just went to S tier just a little bit? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, okay, wait. Okay, so if you use an electro type reaction, nearby party members gain elemental damage based on the type of the reaction. So you put up a hydro particle on someone, right? With, say, Mona. And then you switch to Lisa, you pop the ultimate on Lisa, create it as a reaction, right? And now Hydro is now boosted for 6 seconds by 10%, which then scales up to 20% with max refine. Hopefully the duration increases too, but we'll see. Elemental bonuses gained this way cannot be stacked. Okay, so you get one. You get one. Thing that's gonna the thing about this weapon, if this weapon passive works while Lisa is off field popping her ultimate, it's gonna be fucking broken. If it doesn't work off field, it's okay. What I mean by that is Lisa's ultimate lasts for a pretty long duration. And Lisa, next patch, for her ultimate, let's go look here. Her ultimate lasts for 15 seconds. So that means you basically can get 100% uptime buff with this weapon for a Lisa support if it works off field. Otherwise, you gotta switch to Lisa every 6 seconds and then create reactions that way. But If this works off field, you can get 100% uptime for this passive on this weapon, which would be a super broken weapon for off field. So I'm hoping, please, MiHoYo, please make Lisa godly. I'm hoping Lisa will become a god tier character in Inazuma. Because if this is the case and this works off field, well, after you pop Lisa's ultimate, that would be so awesome. So I don't know. Only the beta testers know. We won't know for sure. So that means at max refine, it's just the 20% elemental damage bonus lasting 6 seconds. So again, it has to work off field for it to work well. So I'm really hoping it works off field. And once you pop it, it stays up. Lisa, so you know, her ultimate does not snapshot. And once you cast the ultimate, whatever her stat ratio is at the time on Lisa, if your buffs fall off, whatever, she loses buffs and damage. So maybe it'll work because Lisa's ultimate is not snapshotted. So hopefully, kind of, sort of, maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping. I don't know for sure, but this could be the most broken support weapon in a long time for overload comps in general. Being able to like make overload actually viable. That would be really cool. It will also make potentially Super Conduct really good. I heard there's rumors about a Super Conduct set, so maybe that'll be good too. We'll see. I'm very excited for this weapon. This is probably the most exciting weapon. All right, next up, we got the polearm. All right, the polearm is called the Chitin Cross Spear. Okay, this weapon is going to be an elemental mastery polearm with high base attack, not low base attack like the Dragon's Bane. So it's got a 565 base attack and 110 elemental mastery. So much better than the Dragon's Bane as far as base attack goes. It's going to increase elemental skill damage by 6%. And after an elemental skill hits an opponent, the character loses 3 energy, but gains 3 energy every 2 seconds for the next 6 seconds. I don't know. So I guess that's going to depend if this weapon works off field too. These weapons seem very dependent if you work off field or not off field. So let's just say you pop a Guoba Bear, right? And then you pop the Zhangling ultimate immediately following that. And then you lose 3 energy. Oh no, it can only occur every 10 seconds. So you're fine. Guoba Bears and Zhangling is fine. Okay, whatever. I was wrong. So elemental skill for a polearm user. It's good on Zhangling and Zhangling then. It's fine. Okay. But elemental skill damage. Who needs elemental skill damage as a polearm user? Zhao maybe, but it's an EM weapon, it's not great. Zhangling Bear gets boosted a little bit, and ER helps a little bit there too, so I guess that'll be good. And let's go see at the higher refines. At higher refines, it's still only gonna lose 3 energy, but gain 5 energy. So I guess on Zhangling, this could be her new best in slot 4-star weapon going forward. So that's really cool because it's gonna boost your Guoba Bear by 12%. It's not gonna boost your ultimate or anything like that. It's not going to be better than Dragon's Bane, but for energy recharge gains, that seems pretty nice, dude. Regenerating 15 energy in total over the course of 6 seconds seems like a really powerful thing, especially since Guo was delayed. So this might be a... and it says down here, it can be triggered when it's off field. Let's see. The Catalyst, though, let's see if we can find it. Does the Catalyst say that too? The Catalyst does not say that, unfortunately. So the Catalyst does not say... it says it can't be stacked, but it doesn't say it can be triggered off field. Maybe it was forgotten because there's so much in the weapon passive already, but I'm not sure. Let's see. What other character? So this could be worked on Zhangli. What other characters are there that use polearms that would be good for this? Hu Tao maybe for elemental skill, and then the Blood Blossom for that. Is there anything else? I guess it also could be good for Rosaria a little bit for her self battery, but Favonius is much better in general just by looking at this weapon. So I'm not sure who's going to use this weapon. Well, maybe Zhangling? Maybe it's meant for Zhangling? I'm a little confused by this weapon in general, but it seems like a good free-to-play alternative for Zhangling support. I guess since the prototype Stargate is such a bad weapon, this is a good alternative if you don't have a Favonius weapon and you don't have any free weapons. So I guess this would be a good alternative for craftable for support Zhangling. So Enviosity's gonna be real happy about this one, so he can build support Zhangling pre-pogs. That's a Guri Slasher. All right, so this weapon is gonna be an energy recharge weapon as well with 42 base attacks, so it's gonna cap out at 510. So it's a mid-range weapon. It's got 45 energy recharge on it on top of that. It's gonna increase elemental skill damage by 6%, and after an elemental skill damage, it's the same passive as the spear, exact same weapon overall. So if we think about this weapon, An elemental skill hitting an enemy. This seems pretty good for Beidou, if you think about it, for energy recharge weapons. This might be better than the Sacrificial Sword and the Favonius Sword, both of them, just for energy recharge gains for Beidou. So this seems like a great weapon for her, especially since it's an elemental skill damage weapon, so that seems great. For Chongyang, I don't really see any problems, but you don't need energy recharge him, so not really good for him. Potentially good for Jin Yang too, but Prototype Archaic is a little bit better for damage. Yeah, people are saying Sayu in chat, potentially. Noelle, sure, yeah, Noelle, I could see this too. Yeah, Noelle, I could definitely see this weapon being good. Because you can pop your elemental burst first, and then your elemental skill following that, and then you'll be fine. And you get energy while that's going off, so that seems good. Yeah, so for Noelle, that seems like a good idea. And it'll also, I guess it'll trigger as well on Noelle's ultimate too. So when you're using Elemental out there, when the shield breaks, if it breaks after 10 seconds, then you get the shield proc at the end of that, so you could get energy again at the end of that, so that might be really good for her. It seems like really bad for Eula. But it seems like a really, really good weapon for Beidou. And Beidou, Jin Yang, and Noelle seems like the three. I mean, there's still the defender weapon. Beidou doesn't really have another craftable weapon that she can use. That's really good for her kit. All the craftable weapons right now are kind of bad. So this is actually a really good weapon to come to the game. And this is actually probably the best craftable weapon overall, as far as besides the catalyst. The catalyst is the most exciting weapon, and the thing that's going to determine this weapon's a good or not is if it works off field or not. And I'm so excited about that one. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for this video. My name's Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, of course, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.